If you are an IELTS learner, or especially a candidate, then you have to watch this video because it's so important. I've got lots of things here to tell you. Hello, my name's Saber and I'm here to help you with your IELTS test from scratch. So I know you have been challenging where to start, what to study, how you can improve. That's a skill, this is a skill, all those 4 skills. So today we are going to focus on speaking. I'm going to come up with ideas on one test, test 3 from Cambridge 17. So if you haven't taken that test, I think you have to try it. And today we are going to focus on the speaking part. So without further ado, let's just dive in. As you may know, IELTS speaking has got 3 parts. Part 1, short questions, easy questions. Part 2, 2 minutes to talk. Part 3, very challenging. And you have to come up with almost quite long sentences so that you can completely answer the questions. And we are going to get started just right now without wasting any more time. So the topic is about drinks. So let's go for the first question. What do you like to drink with your dinner? Why? I normally prefer to drink water rather than to drink other beverages because it is beneficial for health purposes. Simple. I'm going to tell you the trick in order to do it well at the end of this part. So stay with me. Let's go for question 2. Do you drink a lot of water every day? Why not? Yes, I think I drink more than 7 liters per day. Since I exercise a lot every day, I often get thirsty. Question 3. Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee? Why? I drink both. Generally speaking, I drink a coffee in the morning and for the rest of the day, I drink tea, especially after every meal. Question 4. If people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink? Why not? In my country, there is tea in every single house to be offered because people in my country have a name for it. And coffee is just a side drink. Have a name for it means they are famous for that. And in the previous question we had generally speaking, which means totally. And in question 2, nothing, but question 1, normally means usually. Beverages is a formal word for saying drinks. Beneficial means good, healthy, or effective, but mostly healthy because we are talking about health purposes. And health purposes, you may not know, means for health problems or issues, right? So what is the secret here in part 1? Part 1 is going to be about some simple questions. So I've covered 4 of them just like the book, right? So do not come up with very long answers. Your answers are going to take, time purposes, it's going to take about 15 seconds. 2 lines, maximum 3, not more. So do not make a mistake in order to say more and more to show off. It's not the time to do it, okay? Keep your energy because you are going to do the same, even better, for part 2 and 3. So let's now go for part 2. Alright, here we are with part 2 of this test. The topic is about describing a monument, a statue or a sculpture. Yeah, so there are some questions. So the point is, the way this test goes is like you think about it for a minute and you have to talk about it for 2 minutes. So you have to manage your time and try to be a bit a bit more talkative than you normally are, or maybe not. So take a look at the topic before I go for it and tell you my sample answer. Alright, let's go for the answer I have prepared for you. Alright, the statue I'd rather talk about is one of the most popular and famous ones in the whole world, which was named the Statue of Liberty ages ago. This statue is located in the US, to be precise, situated in New York City, one of the best cities of the world, offering lots to do and see. This monument is so precious and creatively built by a sculptor named Frederick in the 1880s. I am not exaggerating if I claim that it is a masterpiece. This statue looks like a woman having something in her hand, trying to show women are free to live the way they like to. And this made a big change in the whole world. And it is a message to all the women around the world to be inspired that they can choose their lives on their own. The reason why I admire this piece of art is the message. It is a striving to send through the whole world. Despite the fact that there are a lot of women from different countries not having the right to choose to live the way they have an intention of. Finally, I would like to express my feelings for visiting this wonderful statue one day. So that is the end of this part. So if you have watched my previous videos, I have already broken the news that the point you need here is nothing but the vocabulary. As you can see, masterpiece, situated in, located in, creatively built, precious, sending a message, or have an intention of. The more vocabulary you use relating to that topic, the better you perform, without a doubt. So try to work on your vocabulary for this part. You can even memorize a list of them, the vocabularies I mean, not the text, so that every time you need them, you choose them and you use them. So let's now dive into the third and the last part. Alright, let's now get started with part 3. In this part, the challenge is that our answers must be complete. We have to come up with good answers so that we can impress the examiner for the last part of it and we can make it. Listen, if you speak the way I have prepared for you, you will definitely get 7 Panda score or even 7.5, depends how confidently and fluently you say it. Alright, question 1. What kinds of monuments do tourists in your country enjoy visiting? Surprisingly, there are a lot of monuments and historic places in my country in order for tourists to visit. So most of the times visitors go to this old city and visit historical sites of 2,500 years ago, such as statues, sculptures, caves, palaces, and I am positive there is a lot to be offered. Simple. Question 2. Why do you think there are often statues of famous people in public places? I think the major reason is because they are role models that we can copy how they lived in order to be good people for our nations. Besides, governments decide to do such a thing in order to remind us who they are. For example, the statues of Arnold and so many more athletes and leaders who made big changes in the whole world. Question 3. Do you agree that old monuments and buildings should always be preserved, be protected? Definitely. I believe people, and especially the government, must take care of all those historical sites and ruins because they are reminders of the past. Plus, people can definitely learn not to remake the mistakes that were once made, especially the ones that cost people's lives. Question 4. Why is architecture such a popular university subject? It must be, because more than 30% of all the businesses around the world include construction projects, as well as the fact that people need places to live in, and business people need to make money, and a lot of housing agents must make a living through all the contracts they get signed. Question 5. In what ways has the design of homes changed in recent years? The biggest change has been the size of the houses and apartments, and day by day they are getting smaller and smaller because of the population growth. Therefore, there must be more flats, houses, villas, mansions for residents. Another change I can name is related to the design of them. I mean, they have become more modern, equipped, and also beautiful. And the last question. To what extent does the design of buildings affect people's moods, people's feelings? I suppose if houses are creatively designed, people will feel much more comfortable than those who are living in cramped places. Cramped means small and uncomfortable. So I believe if houses are beautifully restored, owners can always be in a good mood. Another important thing is the color that is used in the houses and flats. This will definitely affect the way people feel based on psychological matters. So this is the end of the test. So if you just keep your answers this short or this long and you use some good vocabularies, there is a much higher possibility that you can make it and get 7.5. So I'm going to tell you and repeat the secrets I have already broken to you. First, part 1 is not for show off. Part 1 is just for warm yourself up, okay? You just warm yourself up, that's all. Part 2, show your vocabulary knowledge. Part 3, show your structure knowledge that you can come up with complete answers. That's all, right? There is nothing more. And thank you so much for watching the video. Hit that subscribe button so that you can be a member here, and this way you will support me grow and create better videos. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. Thank you. See you later. Bye.